Why do we celebrate Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May? Cinco de Mayo is celebrated in parts of Mexico and the United States in honor of a military victory known as the Battle of Puebla that took place on May 5th in 1862. The French army moved into Mexico in 1862 because Napoleon III wanted to have control in Mexico and create an empire under his rule. He even brought in a prince named Maximilian and his wife Carlota, who were from Austria, to rule the new empire in Mexico. The French army hadn't been defeated in 50 years prior to the battle at Puebla on May the 5th, 1862. The Mexican army troop was led by General Ignacio Zaragoza, who had significantly less men and unsophisticated weapons compared to the extremely large French army. The small Mexican army fought hard that day and against all odds defeated the large French army. The battle on May 5th symbolizes the bravery of Mexicans who stood up and fought the French army, which was considered the best in the world at that time. The French also had their eyes on Louisiana in the United States and wanted to proceed north from Mexico to reclaim their territory. Napoleon III wanted to take back the land from the Louisiana Purchase Acquisition, which was purchased from France in 1803 after Thomas Jefferson promoted it, then got it ratified. That doubled the size of the United States and strengthening it. Taking back the land would ensure that the United States didn't become too powerful. Later in 1867, the French-backed government fell from pressure, resistance by the Mexicans, and from the United States. The Battle of Puebla's victory also kept Napoleon III from supplying the Confederate rebels with guns and ammunition for another year, which gave Union forces time to build up their army to defeat the Confederates at Gettysburg, which ended the Civil War in the United States. Union forces were actually sent to Mexico to help supply the Mexicans with what they needed to fight the French. An interesting historical twist during this time period is that historians believe if the French had permanently taken Mexico, Napoleon III would have continued supplying troops and arms to the Confederate rebels, significantly changing the outcome of the Civil War. Cinco de Mayo is mainly observed in Mexico in the state of Puebla, where General Zaragoza's victory took place. There are also some other parts of Mexico that have celebrations that may include parades, reenactments of the Battle of Puebla, and other festivities. However, most Mexicans treat May the 5th like any other normal day. So how did Cinco de Mayo get so popular in the United States? It became popular in the United States organically around 1967 when a group of students from California State University held one of the first commemorative Cinco de Mayo celebrations. Each year, the celebrations expanded and grew. There is a rumor that a group of teachers in California needed to add diversity into the school curriculum and came across the Battle of Puebla on May 5th, which fit perfectly into the school's spring celebration festivities. Cinco de Mayo really took off in the 1980s when major beverage companies started to market beer around Cinco de Mayo in attempts to target the U.S. consumers. Cinco de Mayo's festival in Virginia, the very first one, was held in 1986 at La Siesta Mexican Restaurant, with 200 people attending the fun festivities in the parking lot. That celebration has grown into the Que Pasa Festival, which celebrates Cinco de Mayo along the canals of Richmond, Virginia, with thousands attending each year. The canal boats are authentically decorated to replicate the trajineras of Xochimilco, known as the floating garden boats in Xochimilco, Mexico. And the boat tours are free for festival attendees to enjoy the view of the festival. see folkloric dancers, and listen to salsa music while taking a tour on the beautifully decorated boats. Currently, Cinco de Mayo celebrations are being reimagined by bringing back its roots in recognizing it as a historical moment of a fight against oppression, according to an organization in Beacon Hill called El Centro de la Raza, who have organized a celebration called the Fight Against All Odds in honor of Cinco de Mayo. It took a tremendous amount of courage and determination of the Mexican army to win at the Battle of Puebla. Cinco de Mayo honors their spirit of bravery against all odds. So the next time you are facing a challenge that is hard, remember to be brave, have courage and determination to succeed in spite of the obstacles, just like the Mexican army did on Cinco de Mayo. Celebrate Cinco de Mayo on May 5th with us virtually on kpasafestival.com. Adios!